Zionism and Judaism aren't the same thing. They're two different things. And I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm just anti-Israel. Have you heard that before? I know I have many times. And I think someone that can do an even better job at rebutting that nonsense claim is Dennis Prager in his conversation on the PBD podcast. Have a watch of this brilliant, epic clip.
You can't separate Judaism and Zionism. I know people say you can, but they're not. It's not true. The return to Zion is every religious Jew prays 3 times a day, and one of the prayers is, "And may our eyes see our return, and may you God bring us for the 4 corners of the earth back to Zion." Herzl didn't invent Zionism; he invented the modern secular movement of it. But it is intrinsic to Judaism. And if the only country on earth you say is not valid is the only Jewish country on earth, that's by definition anti-Jewish. There's no other read about it. Why is Pakistan? I always raise Pakistan. 14 million refugees when Pakistan was wrenched out of India to make a Muslim state. 14 million. The number of Palestinian refugees was 670,000. This was 7 million Hindus, 7 million Muslims. 100,000 women minimum were raped. Virtually 0 were raped in the creation of Israel. And yet Pakistan is legitimate, and Israel, which is the only country that ever existed in the land called Palestine, which, remember, Palestine was never a country. It was a land like North America. North America was never a country. Europe was never a country. It's a piece of land. It's the name of a land. So all of this is made clear there, and it's disturbing that it has to be said, but it has to be said.
So brilliantly put by Dennis. And I have to say that those who say that Zionism and Judaism have nothing to do with each other, I really encourage you to read this book, the Torah, the Bible, the Hebrew Bible, because if you read it, you will see the whole thing is a story about a people making their way to the promised land to build a godly society. Is that not what the story of the Torah is? Abraham forming a people, going down to Egypt, they're enslaved, and they make their way to the promised land, the land of Israel. I mean, that's what it's all about. You read in the book of Genesis, Abraham, he's promised a people and a land, and it's all about God and his blessing of the land and blessing the people, and they're completely interlinked. We say every single day in our prayers, may our eyes behold our return to Zion. It's nonsensical to say that they're 2 separate things. No, they're not. Israel is precisely where the Jewish people belong. And if anyone in the world has a claim to a land, I can't think of any people that would have a stronger claim on all fronts. Historically, from an indigenous perspective, from an international law perspective, but most importantly, from a divine perspective, which, by the way, the majority of the world believe in. The majority of the world worships the God of Abraham. No one has a stronger claim to a piece of territory than the Jewish people do, the land of Israel. If you've made it so far in this video, I have a request for you. JTV has been having a really big impact in spreading the truth about Israel and creating positive associations with the Jewish people, Judaism, and Israel. We've really grown a lot, particularly in the last year, and we're having a really significant impact, both for Jews and non-Jews. But I really want to take JTV to the next level so we can start to compete with the other big online media beasts that are often peddling anti-Israel content. And the way we're going to do that is to scale even faster. So I'd love to build a team where we have other presenters doing shows like me, let's start doing documentaries, supplementary content, animated content, etc., etc. And to do that, I'd like to build a bit of a team. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one fundraising day, just one, where we try and build up some funding in order to fund such a team. Now, to do that, it's going to obviously require people to get involved. And I'm wondering if you would consider, if you're watching JTV content and appreciate what we do and want to help partner with us in taking this to the next level and spreading the truth farther and wider than ever before, I wonder if you'd consider partnering with us simply by running a mini page on the fundraiser that we do, where you just reach out to your contacts on that day that we choose to fundraise and see if they'll all chip in. If you'd be up for doing that, of which I would be so grateful, then please click on the Google form link in the video description of this video, where you can simply just put in a few contact details. It'll be a very small commitment, as I say, literally just one day that we'll all agree upon as a collective community. But the impact is going to be so big. There's such strength in numbers. If we all pull together and do this, we can take this to the next level. And as I say, all of us can partner together in bringing and spreading the truth to the whole world. So please do consider clicking on that link, filling in the form, and I'll be in touch very soon to talk about the next steps. Small commitment, but a big impact. Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.